G'day, Goldson here, and in today's video we will be concentrating on the new concentration mechanic now available for professions as of yesterday's pre-patch. Concentration is a resource that builds up to a maximum of 1000 and recharges so far at a rate of 500 concentration per day on average. It will be used to guarantee certain profession crafts up to the next available tier. We will discuss how to use this new resource and potentially make some gold with it. But I also found something that no one else is talking about, and it relates to profession knowledge in the War Within. More on that towards the end of the video, so stay tuned. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name's Goldson and I'm on a mission towards obtaining 100 million gold. Every Tuesday I release a weekly recap video showcasing how much gold I made, how I made it, and what goals I will set for the upcoming week. My gold making journey is not for your average goblin, but if you want to see and keep an eye on me, you're more than welcome to do so. Alrighty, first things first, did you survive day one of the pre-patch? I certainly did. I noticed the Warbank feature got taken offline. They must have had some unforeseeable bugs for them to take it offline so quickly. As of right now, it is still offline, so we will have to review it at a later date. A buddy of mine, Scope Killer, who is a prominent WoW multi-box streamer, made a public service announcement on his Discord last night saying, or warning, to not trade items between your accounts. He said the trade will fail and the traded items will disappear from both toons. He stated that he lost a Shade's Blade whilst trading between the realms. These are the types of unforeseeable bugs you can expect, and it's best not to interact much with important items and gold transfers during the pre-patch week, because you don't want to risk losing anything to the void. Patience is key for this week, need I remind you all. Okay, concentration. What is it? It is simply a replacement mechanic to Dragonflight's Inspiration, and as you might know, Inspiration was some sort of profession crit stat, meaning you had a chance per craft to inspire that item towards the next tier, which effectively made the highest ranked crafts and reagents more valuable. There were 3 ways to guarantee a craft in Dragonflight. 1 was just having enough profession knowledge and skill to guarantee the craft outright. 2 was the inspiration proc chance method, and 3 was the converting of your artisan's metal into illustrious insights and lesser insights to then be used within a craft as a finishing reagent. Now, with concentration being introduced and replacing inspiration, we can now have a play with it on Retail Live. Awesome. So we managed to get online yesterday afternoon after a really long extended maintenance window, which is understandable. Whilst it being a Wednesday, I usually craft 10 Dracothus and 21 Azure Weave bolts on each of my 56 holds. And since it was the last few weeks of Dragonflight, I have been using up all my stored artisan metal and converting it into lesser illustrious insights for the purpose of guaranteeing the rank 3 Azure Weave bolts. Now that concentration is live, we can now use that instead of the insights, which I only figured out like 20 minutes of crafting. I switched to the concentration to test it out, and I noticed a few things. The math for the concentration is wildly off. All of my alts have the same profession knowledge, yet every time I logged in and tried to craft a bolt, the concentration needed for each craft was different. It was not an easily calculatable method. I thought that if you had like 25 skill missing, then you would use 25 concentration to make up the difference, but apparently not. Weird. But this tells me that concentration is being manually tweaked. So I came to the conclusion that concentration is calculated manually, depending on the recipe, and cannot be calculated mathematically by just subtracting the required skill from the actual skill. I first noticed this on the War Within beta. I was crafting gear and weapons and noticed the concentration required to craft max rank by a fully skilled crafter was like 800 to 900 concentration. On live is nowhere near that amount. I suspect that Blizzard are limiting the amount of guaranteed crafts that we can guarantee per week to around 3 to 4 and perhaps 5 depending on ingenuity procs. In Dragonflight, you could guarantee 3 max rank crafts per week due to us being able to obtain 150 metal each week, which as you know converts into 3 illustrious insights. Using rank 3 materials and the insight, you could guarantee the craft without using the annoying, slightly patronizing inspiration recraft method. I'm speculating that Blizzard want to limit the amount of max level gear crafts per crafter to this in the War Within, which will make the crafted items more expensive. Alright, that's my speculation out of the way. Now let's talk about how to use concentration. It's pretty easy. The resource bar in the top left of your crafting window shows you how much you have available. I suspect there will be weak auras created to track the time to replenish coming soon, which would be nice. When adding materials of any rank to the craft, depending on your skill and the recipe difficulty, if you're slightly short, you can use the concentration toggle next to the finishing reagents underneath the crafting stats window to guarantee the max rank. This change will have a massive effect on the demand for rank 3 materials. The demand for rank 3 material is a great change for the economy. The only thing this stops is mass crafters. Goblins who mass craft all day and then cancel scan. This behavior will be abolished in my opinion going forward, because people will only want rank 3 reagents, because if you want the best crafted items in the War Within, you need the rank 3 reagents. I predict mass crafters to just produce the rank 2 finishing reagents and the rank 2 intermediate reagents, but the real gold to be made will be the rank 3 reagents using multi-craft tool and resourcefulness enchant along with concentration. This essentially gates crafters, in turn making the system more fair overall. People who just have one of each profession and level it up constantly each week can now craft the rank 3 items efficiently using their concentration to make steady gold. The key takeaway here for gold making is more concentration plus profession knowledge equals more gold. And the more alts you can set up to take advantage of this fact will net you significantly more gold than others. But the only caveat is that you will have to put in a lot more hard work. Personally, I'm willing to take on such a task to reach my goal, and I will show over time my efforts. My plan for the War Within is still ongoing, and I will release a follow-up video for that later. But I just wanted to talk about concentration and my thoughts on it. Overall, concentration is a great change to the crafting system. Switching it to more of a proof of work methodology is always a great incentive structure to have. Ah yes, I nearly forgot. I found something yesterday that I'm not sure people are talking about. When I was going through the new map filters yesterday, I noticed that there was 2 filter options that said primary profession world quests and secondary profession world quests, which made me think there were no profession world quests in Dragonflight, which tells me that they will be implementing these in the War Within. Currently on the beta, I have not been able to find the 2 knowledge points that drop off specific mobs like in Dragonflight. Perhaps they are switching to obtaining profession knowledge from world quests, which is something I really like a lot, if this is true. I logged in this morning to record some footage of what I saw yesterday and noticed they got rid of the option for the secondary profession world quest. Very subtle and suspicious. I might be onto something here. I'm making a video on the beta showing us how to obtain all the profession knowledge, so stay tuned to the channel for those updates. And that's the end of today's video. Have a good rest of your day and I'll catch you guys later. Remember, slow and steady always wins the race. Goldson out.